Welcome back, and in this segment we will be talking about means of promoting our mega projects here in Egypt. And joining us right now is Dr. Walaa Wasfy, and she is an expert and consultant in political marketing. Good morning.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning, Walaa, and long time since we met last
Yes.
time. Today we're talking about something that is really very, very important. And let me start from what people are talking about. Yes, of course, mega projects are important, but let's start like this. And especially the opposition, for example, that many people, they say, we don't need these projects, we are paying a lot of money and all of this. But definitely, the mega projects are of crucial importance when it comes to building any country. But the point is, how did we promote? It's the political marketing. How did we promote these projects, and how did we actually talk to people to explain what are the needs for such projects? And definitely not only the Suez Canal, talking about the tunnels in Sinai, a lot of things actually. Just taking a look at these projects, how important?
It's very important, and we have to increase the awareness of people first of all about the importance of those mega projects, because people see that those projects is not that important, but actually it's very important on the long run. Maybe it's not a long run, maybe after a year we'll see the impact of those projects. So and we'll have a lot of opportunities to work, of employment, but we have to work on to market the philosophy or the ideology of the Egyptian citizen to work and to believe in work and how he must invest in work. The problem is in we, in Egyptians in general, not in the government as much as the citizens themselves, because we have to increase the awareness about how to work, loyalty to work, the importance of to work, how to earn a good money. Maybe other Arab people here live in Egypt can make money. Egyptians nowadays seeking only that they would like to have money from where they don't know from where, but just to have money. So the importance of mega projects and the investment of businessmen is very important nowadays, and the cooperation between businessmen and the government is very important. Establish a lot of mega projects, not only, as you said, the Suez Canal or tunnels, also factories and the construction of factories among all governments. It's very important, and I think that the government is working hard on that side to have those projects to be done. But we have to say that there is a lack in marketing those projects. We have to market. We have to let the Egyptian citizen know that we have those. Wait, and you will gain the benefits of those projects. The idea is not only having the essential needs, but also on the long run for the upcoming generations, for their children. We have to have those mega projects. So it's very important, but we have to focus on the awareness of the citizens.
Now, from your field of expertise, what are the tools that we can utilize to achieve such a goal?
To achieve to market those mega projects, yes. Of course, the government at the beginning and the announcement that is made by the government. Let's say that the government maybe or the marketing team and the public relation team of the government focusing on political issues more than talking to people about those projects. So the announcements from the government must be much more quicker than before to announce that there is a project here and there. And the announcements each and every time came by the president as a surprise. And it's nice. But also the employees at the government must work on marketing those, making campaign, and each and every government to even use the social media. Maybe yes, the president Sisi has an account on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram just to announce statements or visits, but it's much better to announce that we are working on those projects. So I think that we have to focus on the...
Maybe they are focusing on marketing the project itself, just as you mentioned. But how can we work on promoting the outcome of each project? Because just taking a look at any of these projects taking place in different governorates as well, whether we're talking about fish, cements, a lot of things. And these have been mentioned many times before by the president, as you mentioned. So still people, they don't understand. We need to focus on the outcome, each of these projects, because who are working in these projects? Egyptians, and they are working 24 hours. What is the difference between them and us? The point is we are all Egyptians, but these people, they are working 24 hours in each of these projects. And I don't think they are earning millions or a great number or amount of money.
They are doing their own job with loyalty to their job and to the country too. So they make it for the sake of the Egypt at the end. But as you said, the outcome is very important to let the Egyptians believe.
How can we work on this?
You know, we didn't do so at the Suez Canal project. Yes, we make a very great inauguration and the president did his best, but his role is finished still here. The role starts by the employees and the staff that is working there to announce what are the achievements and what are the outcome. That's why there is a gap between the team that work at Suez Canal and the citizens in general. Where are the outcomes? Where are the output at the end of what all we have done? It's not the responsibility of the president to come out and to say that we have achieved so and so and so. So that's what I'm talking on, that there's a lack to market even the outcome to increase the belief and the loyalty of the Egyptian citizen in all Egyptians mega project, not only Suez Canal. So the problem is in we, not in the government. We lack that concept, so we have to work on. And as you said, maybe the salaries of the employees there is not that high, but they have the belief and they work on themselves that they are doing that for the sake of the country, for the sake of Egypt. So what about the normal Egyptian citizen to increase his awareness, and I will not say his loyalty, he's loyal, but his awareness about the importance of of those projects?
Dr. Walaa, I'd like also to ask you about means of creating incentives for the foreigners, foreign investors to come and invest in Egypt, and even how to even do marketing for our own, like these projects now. They definitely will be producing something in a way or another. So how can they market these products abroad as well so that it can render hard currency to Egypt? So would you tell us about that? How can that be done?
Already there are a number of foreigners invest here in Egypt, but unfortunately we focus on the black side, on the pessimistic side, not the optimistic one. We did never mention the good things that happen in Egypt. Unfortunately, I won't say all, most of the journalists and presenters at the private channels just talk about negative things that happen to Egypt. Why we are not or letting Egyptians in general know that there are investment in Egypt by foreigners? Actually, there is. And how to market or to let people know we have more than multinational organization here in Egypt, and they have their great investments, and Suez Canal and the cooperation between all over the world. That happened, but we did not market that. We did not announce that exists. We just focus on the negative side, and this is our weak point. So we have to change the awareness, to discuss the positive things and the achievements. It's not only agreements that is signed, but there's an outcome at the end.
You know something also, not only promoting for these projects, but I'm not giving an excuse to Egyptians, but they are facing challenges on their daily routine life. And maybe this is something that is really very, very important when you find yourself a husband or a wife with the children and all the responsibilities you are facing. Definitely, this is not something, you know, it is a huge responsibility. On the other side, we're talking about many projects, mega projects, and maybe again the president talked about the SMEs and how each mega project must be associated with many SMEs so as to provide job opportunities, to support people. Again, we are not focusing on this. And again, there are many burdens. I'm not always interested with the foreign investments. I want to see Egyptian investments because this is the most important. The foreigners will be always worried about, we all know what is happening with the exchange rate. And the instability will never be a paved ground for investments, of course. But talking about Egyptians and how we can work together, how can we promote this? The spirit of the 6th of October war that we were talking about, for example.
We lost that spirit, unfortunately. You know why? Because now Egyptians is making use of anything that happened in Egypt, and their excuse is the current political situation. As you said, a family composed of children, father and mother, they deal with school, education, health, and so on, so on, so. They will find that they will be used, or maybe let's say if we talk about health sector or schools nowadays and the fees of the schools and how the rate is increasing, all those are facing the Egyptian family. So, and their excuse is because of the current political situation. We have to know that now we are very stable in the political situation, especially in facing terrorism. We overcome that step. And now we are facing another challenge, which is the economic challenge and the investment challenge. So it's a great challenge, but we have, as you said, to work on the concept and the spirit, and to gain that spirit. We lack that spirit because of the negative energy. Maybe most, let's say about 50%, more than 50% that are 24-hour on Facebook and Twitter. Anyone who would like to write anything, please think before you write, as you may divide or affect others in a negative way. So start hating hate the country, unfortunately, or hate what is going on. This is negative thing. They are marketing for known philosophy or ideology as the calling for...
But if they have something to do, they will not spend all these hours on the Facebook or on the social media in general, because this is another issue. They have nothing to do. They're just sitting, watching TV, and they're sitting on the internet, and that is it.
But you have to know.
What do you expect?
I have to expect that they did nothing in the real life, but really they affect people in a very direct, easy way. And we have to focus that social media became the top, first social media, second television and radio. Even if the programs nowadays discuss what is going on social media, not the opposite. At the beginning, social media discussed what is going on television, and now it's opposite.